Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are here with a Skylanders Imaginators news update. Now, this is not just going to be a one-off update today, we're going to have two updates. So, this first one, we're going to go through this. Then the next one is going to be very, very up-to-date stuff. If not, it literally came out yesterday or the day before. So some very cool stuff indeed. It's extremely exciting. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. So first thing to talk about is going to be Barbella. Now, we honestly didn't know a lot about Barbella. We knew what she looked like through the Argos catalogue and also through, when was it, Gamescom? Or was it Gamescom or E3? The little booth thing where we actually saw her in packaging, which sort of either led to the fact or the point that she was either going to be a Wave 1 or Wave 2, seeing she's in the packaging. But here she is, there's the artwork for her. She looks incredibly menacing and very muscular, very geode-like as well. The arms have got that sort of geode look to them. The barbells, a lot of people have been calling them barbells, or just dumbbells, I don't know, or weights, whatever you want to call it. But yes, it's been very interesting. There's a bit of more of a HD look at this Sentinel class picture of her actual figure, and it looks very cool indeed. It's really awesome. I'm hoping that barbell is just attached to her arm and it's not touching the bottom of the base. It doesn't look as if it is. I just sort of like that to be that one piece, sort of just held by the hand to make it actually look as if she's actually almost about to smack it down, which is exactly what it looks like. It looks very interesting indeed. But of course we've had a load of gameplay about her, a load actually. So her catchphrase, if you didn't already know, is "It's crunch time." Fantastic catchphrase there. Very cool for this sort of Earth class. But yeah, she's had some very interesting moves. Now, the first one being, obviously she's a Sentinel, and we know other Sentinels, such as Hoodsicle, sort of swing round whatever they've got as a weapon in order to damage them, and that's exactly what she does with her weight sort of thing. She sort of just goes around whacking it, combos and everything like that. There's all matter of different things that she does when you keep tapping the whack button. I don't know what you want to call it, the hit button, the primary attack button, that sort of thing. So it's very cool. She's sort of got that a combo of like swipe left, swipe right, and then she sort of smashes down. She sort of the end of the square barbell thing, she sort of slams into the ground, which is very effective because it almost pushes the enemies back plus damages them. So that is very cool indeed. There's also a move as well. There's another picture of her swinging the barbell there. There's also another one where she actually raises this sort of block / crate out of the ground. This massive block comes out, and she basically then hits it again, and it'll go flying randomly towards either enemies or different things which can be destroyed in the environment. And it is extremely good way to deal damage to those enemies. So that's very cool. There's also another one where she raises a pair of hands out of the ground. Now, I mean, if you put your hands up right in front of you now, sort of like, you know, looking at your hands, they come up from the ground, they slam together like that. Or at least one slides into the other. So wherever they spawn, if enemies are there, they clap together, it makes some sort of shock wave and destroys the enemies, and I mean literally destroys them. It's an incredibly awesome move. Now there's also another thing where there's geode rocks which spawn when when she raises the block out of the ground and smashes it up. I'm guessing it's an upgrade path, but these geode rocks sort of pop out of the this rock. And from what I've seen, you can either let them stay there, and I don't know whether they act as mines. I haven't seen them actually getting destroyed when a character goes over them, but you can whack them yourself, and they're almost like explosives, like it's like a timed explosive where you hit it, it flies off, and it'll explode on an enemy, which is very cool. Another one as well is, I talked about the combo with her barbells where she swings left, swings right, slams down on the floor. When she slams down on the floor, there's an upgraded look at her where she sort of slams this square spiky rock wave. It's like 3 waves of rocks, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and quite frankly it takes up a big amount of the environment. It's very menacing and an extremely awesome way of using this close combat character. Very cool indeed. Now obviously we're on to Tae Kwon Crow now. So yes, I am honestly, I have to say, I am looking forward to this guy so much, and the gameplay has just hyped it up so much more. I think he's a cracking character. I loved him in Trap Team, and I'm glad they brought him back. I really am. I've grown to really, I just can't wait to get him. That is literally my opinion. So in terms of Tae Kwon Crow, he's a ninja class, if you didn't already know that by the shurikens he's throwing and holding. He's also changed the fire class, which is interesting, but hey-ho. Move along, Chef Pepperjack, you're out the way. Goodbye. So, of course, seeing as he's a ninja and he's got shurikens, he's got to throw the shurikens. So it's sort of like a left shuriken, right shuriken, back to left, right, left, right. It's that sort of thing. Almost like Trigger Happy with his guns going bang, 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 left, right, left, right. So that's exactly what happens there. There's also another one where he sort of tilts his head back and squawks in the air, or sort of like calls out a musical note. And this, the small buzzard beak, again, if you know Trap Team, you'll know what a buzzard beak is. It's basically a bird with a propeller hat on its head. That comes out, and it basically will go after enemies, but it'll also go after random things in the environment, damage them, collect coins, collect the XP, whatever you want. I've also seen some gameplay as well where there's two of them, so I believe there might be an upgrade path where rather than just having the one, you can have the two, maybe pushing three, I don't know, because they like to sort of get it in either one or three, so we'll have to see. Now, there's also a move where he actually sort of... It's almost as if it's the last thing he does in his combo, where he goes left shuriken, right shuriken, and then right kick. Now, what he does with his right kick is it actually adds like a fire flame to the floor, almost like a semicircle of fire, and it basically is like almost like a half defensive ring where the enemies will get attacked. It won't stop them from coming through, but they'll get attacked if they walk through it. So if you carry on doing that, you can sort of push your way forward and forward and forward, taking the enemies with you as you move forward, which is very, very cool. Of course, upgraded shurikens, you've got to have that. There is, I think there was a picture of some upgrades. Let's just have a little look. There's his figure there, but there he is there in game. But where he actually throws 3 shurikens at once, which they normally do that anyway. If there's someone throwing stuff, or maybe who's normally the ones to do that? Maybe Stealth Elf, because normally her shooter in Superchargers, I think she had 3 needles coming out of it instead of just the 1. So that is very, very cool. There's also this other attack which he does with the shurikens, where he sort of almost bends the shurikens all the way back round his back, and at the same time they're getting bigger and bigger, spinning, going golden. Then he brings them all the way round, and he slams them together. It goes onto the floor, and there's literally a shuriken, almost like a saw, going all the way across the floor in a straight line, wherever you've actually done the clap to. So that is very, very cool. Obviously, that's got to be an upgrade, but this guy's got some absolutely amazing moves. I'd say he could probably work either at close or range combat, really, because you can get up close with the kicks, you can stay back, like a bit of Trigger Happy, where you can just literally shoot them from afar, and off you go. Now, something extremely, and I mean extremely awesome, is the fact that the Squawk ability will actually spawn down a Buzzer Beak. That's not the only thing it does. Buzzer Beak must have been eating his seeds, because there's this massive, and I mean huge. If you know a Buzzer Beak, if you've seen Buzzer Beak, right? If you go back to Trap Team, go way back to Trap Team, have a look at the size of Buzzer Beak. I'm gonna go there and say he's probably 15 to 20 times the size of that Buzzer Beak. It's gotta be. It's huge. This massive Buzzer Beak comes down, takes up the whole screen, and will literally destroy the enemies. Now, the propeller hat he uses to attack, so he'll literally sort of... I think he did this in Trap Team, where he sort of, rather than standing up, he'll tilt and use the propeller to sort of send himself straight into the enemies, and that's exactly what this bird does, which is just so, so cool. There's also a bit of fire that comes from that, which is also very cool, so it sort of keeps with that fire element very well, which is extremely cool for this guy. There he is there, chilling. And there he is there, in what I believe to be some sort of lava level, but hey-ho, you'll just have to wait and see. Now, moving on, we have the Chompy Mage. Now, I was so happy to see this figure, because honestly, this guy looks amazing. What I don't understand, though, is why they've given him his staff. Now, okay, I know it's the Chompy Mage, but to me, if you weren't to see his base, you'd think, oh, he's a sorcerer, because he's got a staff. He's a quick shot. which means he has a gun, or basically a bazooka. No, hold on, he's a bazooka class, isn't he? Because he has the bazooka. No, I have to say, though, I love the model. I think that is just fantastic. It's just so awesome. A lot of people, I think, have wanted to have villains as figures, and the time has come, because these guys look amazing. I can't really say how well these figures look, because they are just so amazing. They're probably some of the best figures that they've made. From what I've seen as well, these guys could be pretty bulky. If you get it's Swap Force portal. If you get the Swap Force portal, if you take the size of that portal, and I think literally take, I don't know, if you place your finger on either side, that is basically the base size. Or put your thumbs on the portal, and that is probably the amount of width for the base. So all of these figures are going to have that size base, which is going to be insane. Especially if you're going to do co-op on that portal. How the heck are they all going to get on the portal? We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, very, very cool. There's his artwork there. He looks incredibly awesome. There you go. You can see him there with his bazooka. I love the bazooka. It's amazing. You know, they could have just given him a boring bazooka, but no, they had to add chompy eyes, a chompy mouth. Everything is going on there. And of course, I'm pretty sure from what we've seen, that bazooka will fire chompies, which is just going to be absolutely amazing. I love how he's got the puppet on his arm as well. And also he's got chompy slippers, which I've actually never noticed before. So that is rather interesting indeed. A very, very small, minute factor, which is incredibly, incredibly awesome. There he is in game as well. He definitely looks very ancient and old, very mystical. But I just love his character. He's just fantastic. I just cannot wait to get him in game. Now, also we have Airstrike. This is a pretty good picture of Airstrike here. I love the look of this guy. He just looks so cool. From when we saw him in that little magazine photo, and you just saw his face, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that he looked like he was a pilot. And with the name Airstrike, it sounded as if he was a pilot. From what the gameplay I've seen as well, it seems as if the bird does a lot of the attacking. I'm not saying he just sits there and let the bird do it, but the bird does have a lot of stuff to do with his character, whether it picks him up and makes him fly, or goes on a bombing raid. I don't know whether the bird poos or whatever it does, but it does something to bomb raid. I don't know, but this guy looks amazing. If anything, I mean, I know that Wave 1 and 2, they're bound to come out either straight away on day 1 or at least a few days apart from each other. But I'm hoping this guy's going to be a Wave 3 along with Pinata. I think that would be really cool. I'd like to see those two ASAP. But of course, this guy... Actually, no, what am I on about? This guy's coming out in the Adventure Pack, which normally would come out on day 1. So this is going to be a day 1 guy. What am I on about? So hopefully we might see some more gameplay on this guy, and I'll let you know when we do. Now, there's also this little post which they put on their Facebook page and their Twitter page as well. I'm saying I mean Skylanders game. If you follow that, then you get quite a lot of information, a lot of nice pictures of different creations you can do. They do some random stuff, but it's very, very cool indeed. But these basically, I think, are basically saying, you know, these are going to be Wave 1. These guys are going to be the Wave 1 guys, which is interesting, is very interesting, because we know that others have had their spotlight and they're not on the Wave 1 sort of list. There's also pre-orders as well going up for the Wave 1 characters. I haven't personally seen any on like UK sites of yet, but I will look, don't worry. So there's also this as well, which I absolutely love the look of, because we've got the Chompy Mage at the front, or over to the left, let's put it that way. A lot more of a HD close-up look, well, not close-up, but a more HD look at what the box is going to look like. I mean, I would even think of possibly tilting the boxes so the characters are facing down, so you can see those awesome artworks, because they look amazing. There is no way in a month of Sundays am I going to get rid of these boxes. No way. Why would you get rid of the boxes? They are just amazing, and it's an awesome way to display these characters. Fantastic. Really, really good. Happy with that. Also, of course, you do see Hoodsicle there, which we know... I mean, he's got to be a Wave 2 now. If he's not going to be in this Wave 1 lot, then he's got to be in Wave 2. Now, of course, we know about the Mr. Cat and the Wolfgang combo pack with the Creation Crystals, so hopefully we might get some information on that. So fingers crossed we might get Mr. Cat on day 1 as well. Hoodsicle, I believe, could be in day 2. Why they show Chompy Mage, though, I don't know, because there's rumours that he might be a Wave 3 guy. We'll have to see, though. So here's the boxes here for what looks to be Wave 1. You've got Master Ambush, Master Barbella, Master Chopscotch, Dr. Crankcase, Tae Kwon Crow, Wolfgang, and then that's it. But then there's this as well, which I found. This is basically just like a pre-order thing. I think it is in America because it's GameStop. But also the UK can access GameStop as well, so it's a really good way of getting your bits and bobs on here. Now, it does talk about pre-order a Skylanders Imaginators starter pack and get the Book of Chaos for free. Now, I'm thinking that book has been out maybe a year. I'm pretty sure I've seen it already in shops. But it does show off some interesting stuff. You know, you've got the Chaos figure, the different packs you can get, the Dark Edition. There's also a pretty awesome thing here. Get a new free Skylander character for every 6 new characters you purchase as a member of the club. That's rather interesting. Very, very cool. Very kind that they did that as well. And they didn't have to. Now, lastly, I wanted to just show off these guys because I believe somebody has taken... This is quite awesome what they've done, but I believe they've taken what's his name? I forgot his name. How can you remember? Not the Pinata. There we go. I believe they've taken Pinata's arm where he's holding the lollipop and cut the lollipop out, twisted it the other way, and made the other arm. I could be wrong because that doesn't look the same, but when I found the picture on the trailer, there was this sort of triangular piece cut out of his arm. But, I mean, you know, at least you can see it now. And, of course, we also have the other one there, but we don't know what her name is. We know she's a quick shot because she's got the 2 guns. She looks interesting, and I hope we get some news on her. Now, my guess is, because we haven't heard a lot about her, I would say she's maybe a Wave 4. So I would say we won't see her until 2017. That's my guess. Pinata, I'm definitely 100% say he's going to be out before Christmas. He's going to have to be a Christmas one. I mean, who doesn't want Pinata? I mean, look at him. He's amazing. He's so cool. I might have to buy 2 because I just want one on my desk. I mean, I know you've got it in the box, but I want one in the desk. You know, you've got it on the shelf, the desk, everywhere. I'll put one in every room. There we go. I'll buy... How many rooms? I don't know. Whatever. But it's really cool. Really, really cool indeed. Oh, wow, that was awesome. So there we go, guys. What do you think about this news update? Let me know in the comments below which one out of these guys is your top favourite and why. Also, let me know in your comments below about the game. Is there anything you want to hear about the game which hasn't been revealed yet? They have said, and there's rumours that other things are going to be mentioned soon. I mean, they've only got a month. It's the 15th today. So it's basically, I think it's 29 days, I'm pretty sure. Or let's just call it a month until everyone's practically got the game. Let's put it that way. There we go. Let me know your thoughts about these new Skylanders and their moves, and which one out of those 2, Barbella or Tae Kwon Crow, is your favourite. Obviously, subscribe for more news. There'll be one coming up later today, and then we'll check out what's going on there, and you'll be up to date with all the posts of all the news, which is cool. And then obviously rate the video so I know you're excited for more information. Of course, Skylanders Imaginators, which is literally a month away. 4 weeks. You can count it down in your head if you want. Also, if you really want, on Dark Spyro, they've always done it. They've got a countdown timer, so you can watch that or add it to your favourites and absolutely go nuts. You could even just sit there watching it going, look at that. There's an hour to go. But it's up to you. Completely up to you at all. But yes, there we go. I will leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. Like I said, comment, subscribe and rate. And I'll see you guys in the next update, which will come today. So I'll see you then.